What's up, YouTube? It's Chris with Murphy Firearms Training. I have two guns here today I'm going to be shooting. And these two guns I'm going to be shooting, Liberty Civil Defense. This is a 45 long Colt Liberty Civil Defense load. So I've said forever, the 45 long Colt's a great caliber. And here you've got a really cool hollow point. We're going to give it a try and see how it does against different things. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some chronograph readings. And I'm going to chronograph it from this Ruger Vaquero. This is going to be about a 5-inch barrel, and this is going to be your standard 45 Colt, single action. But then I'm also going to chronograph it from my 2.5-inch barreled Ruger Super Red Hawk that's chambered in 454 Casull. And a lot of folks will buy this gun and carry 45 Colts in it, so we're going to see how those 45 Colts perform out of this short barrel and how much extra velocity we get shooting out of a standard 45 Colt revolver. So this will give you some idea what you're up against if you're shooting, a longer barreled 45 Colt and using this, or if you're carrying a shorter barrel. So anyway, it says on the box, 78 grains, 1,800 feet per second. So we're going to get out the Garmin. We're going to give these a try. We're going to see what we get. So here we go. All right, guys, so I've got the Garmin set up. Up first is the Ruger Super Red Hawk. This is a 2.5-inch barrel. We're going to load up 5. We're going to see how this does, and then we're going to go from there. So I broke my target the last time I was out, so we're going to just shoot off into the woods. The beauty of the Garmin is you can do that. And just to show you guys this Liberty ammo up close, it's a big hollow point that is characteristic of Liberty, although not as big as some of their offerings. And it is Starline brass, so they are loading Starline nickel brass to load this. We're going to go over our Garmin chronograph about 5 inches in the air and see what our readings give us. So here we go. Shot 1 says 16:29. Shot 2. Says 16:25. $16.69. 16:30. And it did not read that fifth one. Crap. Well, that sucked. It did not read the fifth. Let me, I'm going to shoot one more because I want 5 out of this. Ooh, those are pretty brass. We're going to load one more. All right, let's try one more. All right, here we go, guys. $16.25. So out of the 2.5-inch barrel Ruger Super Red Hawk, what do we get? We get 1625 FPS for that last shot, but our average, if you look down at the bottom, our average is 1635. And the kinetic energy, I went ahead and put in the 78 grain bullet weight. The kinetic energy for this at 78 grains comes out to be 457 foot-pounds. So that is an extreme spread of 44 feet per second. That's not bad. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over and we're going to shoot the same thing out of the 5-inch barrel Ruger Vaquero. We're going to set a new session pistol. Now this is rated at 1800, and this is an odd spot for the chronograph because the chronograph actually says to pick a velocity, and the 2 velocity options it gives me, if you can see the screen there, are 600 to 1700 and 1700 to 5000. So I'm going to actually select the 1700 to 5000 because that last one came in over 1600 FPS. I'm going to go ahead and tell it 78 grains for the kinetic energy. Okay. So go ahead and give that 5 to 15 above. 1802. 1857. 1859. 1895. And 1827. Wow, that is some serious velocity. Let me get this Vaquero unloaded. By the way, I do want to show you guys, this brass falls out, right? I mean, there's no pressure signs. With weird ammo like this, I always worry, but there's no pressure sign. The primers aren't flat. The cases extract, I mean, they just fall out. I don't even have to use the extractor. So let's take a look at our numbers here. As I drop my GoPro. So that last shot was 1826.6. I called it 1827, but look at your averages. 1848 FPS is your average velocity. 93 feet per second spread. 93 FPS spread. 577.7, call it 578 foot-pounds of energy from a 45 Colt. So some pretty serious energy from that 5-inch barrel. And I'm going to be honest with you, the recoil was really minimal. Like think 38 special in a 357 Magnum 4-inch all-steel gun. I mean, really negligible recoil. For that much energy, really negligible recoil. So we've got our chronograph readings. Let's see what this thing will do on some water jugs and some ballistics gel. And I'm actually going to shoot it from the short barrel. And that is going to tell me how it does if I carry it in my double action 454. So up next, we're going to do water jugs. So normally I do my ballistic testing out of a short barreled handgun. I like short barreled ballistics. I want to see what this thing does out of a snub nose. So set up the water jug test, but an honest truth, I might carry this ammo in this gun. And so I'm going to shoot it out of this one. I'm going to shoot it out of the Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan 454. But I'm going to shoot it out of the Vaquero as well because I want to see what it does out of a 5-inch barrel. So you guys get bonus footage today. You're going to see water jug tests from the short barrel, then the long barrel. We're going to do the short barrel first. So up first is the Ruger Super Red Hawk 454 Crisol water jug test, followed by the 5-inch Ruger Vaquero water jug test with the Liberty Civil Defense 78 grain ammunition. Whoo boy, my GoPro is going to get wet. Let's get some jugs. So here's your first jug. Kind of just obliterated. Here is your second jug. It has a hole poked in it. It is split open. Nothing inside. There's a pedal. There's a pedal. Third jug looks like it's got a hole poked there. I don't see anything inside. Gonna just pour that out and double check. So I found another piece of, no, that's just plastic. And the fourth jug actually has a little hole poked in the corner here, but I don't believe it has anything in it. There's a couple of pieces. Yeah, I didn't find the disc. It did move my sled though, which is pretty crazy. So let's try it out of the longer barrel and see what it does out of the longer barrel. I mean, I am soaked. Okay, first jug is here. Actually came at the GoPro. I see pedal pieces in it. And this is more what I was expecting. So hit in the label and split, just split open. I mean, that's just a mess. Okay, second one. Looks like we went here split. And is the disc in there? The disc is in there. So even though I ran the test twice, y'all, we're getting 2 jugs. And that's just, it's not enough for me. Out of a 5-inch barrel, 1800 FPS, we're getting 2 jugs. Same characteristic disc, you know, big explosion. And again, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. I want more penetration. If you think this is great, good for you. You know, what I carry my 45 Colt for, I carry it in the woods. I want something a little bigger. If I carried it around town, this might be the bee's knees. So anyway, water jug test, not so great. All right, not for me anyway. If it works for you, it works for you, but I tried it out of the 2.5 and the 5-inch barrel, so I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching, guys. Give us that thumbs up, give us a like and subscribe.